Is management supporting technology or technology supporting management? But one thing I can tell you, we are not here to address that as a background. We are here to address saying that we need management and technology together, work in tandem with each other. It is like the right hand and the left hand. They have to work together because the strength of management and technology is going to be the game changer. That is the basis of today's talk in the next half an hour or so. And I'm glad that we have, the background of where we are today. Because the biggest wealth one can have today, I repeat, the biggest wealth one can have today is good health. The good health is going to be the new wealth. Unless you are healthy, unless one looks at your own self and says, I want to be healthy, that is going to be the new wealth. Because you do not know. Today we have Corona in front of us. God knows what is going to happen in the next few days or few months or few years. What happens if something else comes up? So we have to first look at our own health. So let me start by saying that, and that is why we are focusing in the healthcare industry as well. So I come to that later on during the talk. But I think the biggest area we are trying to focus now is value engineering, because engineering is happening and the value creation is happening. So how you value creation is more a management tool or management subject. How you create value and how you create value engineering. Because now, let me just tell you, we know the equal sign. What is before the equals really doesn't matter. What is after the equals is where the focus needs to be. The output engineering, what is the outcome engineering? So what is, because we as Indians, we're very, very traditional in the way we approach. We always say, I did this, I did that, I did this, I worked till 1 o'clock, we all met up 5 times, 10 times, but at the end of the day, it is what we are creating, it is what the output is. Because reducing cost, reducing time, reducing effort, reducing the total process. I'm able to speak to 300, 400 people today just by on technology today. And if this has to be done physically, imagine the amount of money that everyone has spent to come here, wasting fuel, wasting people, wasting process, wasting time. So this is where the technology is driven. So how well are we going to utilize this? The 5G is around the corner. So now education as a platform will get the biggest benefit. But we need, I will take this platform to also convey to the government to have systematic process changes, because now this is happening over a period of just an hour and able to connect with so many people. So this could be repeated over and over again. This is something like a lecture capture system, which we are proudly saying, one of the things that we have invested way back in 2016, 15, 16. The technology investment is going to be a driver, and this is where the cost versus quality, because the cost versus quality is output engineering. We are not looking at the cost, we are looking at the quality, we are looking at the output. So now when you talk about the importance, the result is important. That is the most important aspect of any process or any effort. It could be your own effort, it could be your company effort, it could be your team effort, but understand the result is most important. What is before the equals really does not matter. What is after the equals matter. So today the things are moving really fast, so you could probably even, instead of reinventing the wheel, there are so many innovations happening today.
Yeah, the question is whether the technological advancements like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, blockchain technology, the management field maximize the job opportunities for an MBA graduate.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Because see, what I think it's a very good question. How do you link the two? The opportunities of linking the two is going to be kind of a seamless approach, because now what happens is you take the top management people, or you take the top engineers in the world, and see they're all heading companies and managing the company. You look at Satyam Nadella, you look at our Google CEO, all of from they're managing the company. So the management has to become a part of technology. So if they're not good managers, then there would be only a technical guy. So the technical guy and the management guy in you, which is there in you, you will have to adapt both the sides of it. So the opportunity is that if you do not link the two, then you only become focused on your own subject. So if I have to say, I think predominantly a lot of people are there and who understand Tamil. It is like if you just cover the eyes, the focus, that used to be the old system of education. Today it is becoming a different education. So if I want to know that, I would go and do a course, or this is for all the alumni who have passed out maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. You could come to us, we would give you certified courses which would be specific to your requirement. It could be on one of the topics that you said, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Once you are an MBA student, your thinking has to be more diverse, in the sense it cannot be only on one subject or one topic, because the artificial intelligence today is doing well, but the blockchain needs to take phase. So if you're looking at organic food products, example, then the blockchain would have a huge opportunity. So after Corona, the organic food is going to be growing at an alarming rate. So this means that you will have to learn blockchain. So if there is opportunities in that area, this may be partly lived. Maybe after another 1 year or so, there could be some other technology. So learning technology is going to become a regular process in one's life. It could be you're out of college, but you cannot be out of learning. So it's more important that the learning becomes a part of it. And at SONA, we will make sure that certain subjects where our students are going to be involved in will automatically have a lot of curriculum which will be technology driven as well.
This is from Shivani. Where there are technological developments, the number of employees comes down. How this will impact on unemployment and less skilled or unskilled due to such a development?
See, I think I mentioned during my talk that you're not competing against one another, you're competing against machines. The opportunity, I'm just trying to tell you now, there's opportunities to multi-folded. You never have to look at jobs going, because there is always going to be, that's again I'm trying to say, even if Corona goes away and things become normal after a year or so, or two, there would always be a struggle to get jobs if you're an average student. Because now, how many people pass out of engineering and management on a year-on-year? When you look at these people passing out, all of them do not have jobs. The job market is not going to be that big for you to get jobs for everyone. So that you have to be good. You have to get into the right stream. You have to learn the right subjects. You have to do the right things. So the opportunity of the job loss or job gain is not the question. It's the question of, if you are an average student, the opportunities are going to be less for you. So I think the government, passing, marks, other things are all secondary. What really happens is the industry requirement is what is primary. The industry requirement, you can pass your exams at 99.9% and do not get a job because you do not know how it is done. You only know it with paper and pencil. You're not going to be successful. So I think the 20% of the 20 years of learning, or as an MBA student, when I say 20, it's probably 17 to 18 years of learning, needs to be focused on what you're going to do for the next 40 years. It is not going to be passing your exams. Passing your exams, it is like operation successful, patient dead. So please understand, the patient has to live. That is the main objective of education. If the patient is not going to live and you're only going to pass your exams at a flying colors of 99% and you don't get a job tomorrow, is that what you want? Because I don't remember what I got in my final year degree, but I know I've evolved a lot over the period of time by understanding what the industry wants and where all the world is going for the future. So I think it is, the biggest challenge isn't with you. The mindset is the challenge. So the focus has to be that you have to not look at education you look at education as a platform, but keep on educating yourself continuously. I think if I've answered your point. Glad, Shivani, I think the first girl who was come up and asked a question. Thank you, and happy that we are almost having about 50% girl students, and some of our things like the arts college we have given 70-75%. Yeah, sure. I think yeah. Please, thank you, and I think thank you for all the questions, and we look forward to more connections, and I'm sure the CEO forum, which will be starting regularly from the next from today onwards, will derive a lot of connections and people to connect with us, and the MBA team along with our technology team, which is basically management and technology on the background of MAT, is something that I look forward to build it from here on, and as the focus is on creating a trigger and making sure that the trigger is created into a solution, and 2 and 2 will always mean 22 for us at Sona, and we would really take this opportunity to thank everyone and look forward to taking it to the next level. Thank you.